Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? I just dropped my daughter off at the Hope Skate for this little thing that she be, I don't know what it is, a little program. Just dropped her off there, and I'm about to go pick up my babies from school. But peep game, man, we gotta rap about something, man. And once again, as I stated before, man, like I refuse to put any more thought into this, this undisputed welterweight clash. I'm not entirely over it, but I'm not excited about it neither. Like, I'm just like, I personally don't give a fuck. I give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I refuse to give a fuck to the point where I'm all up in arms like, oh, we finna get this fight. So I don't give a fuck from that paradigm. I refuse to go back to that nigga, but I still do give a fuck because I want this fight to happen. But I just want motherfuckers to get a really, a real solid understanding of the timeline and everything that's been going on with Bud since he moved into the division, man. For years, it has been he's on the wrong side of the street. Blame Bob. Remember that hashtag going around? Blame Bob. Blame Bob. Errol had the most of it. Blame Bob. All that extra shit. All right, cool. So now what does this man do? He leaves it. He leaves his promotional company that was giving him $4 and $5 and $6 million a fight. He leaves them, and not only does he leave them, he sues them. He sues them for a lawsuit that was just kind of ridiculous. Not really any legal grounds to stand on that would, that somebody could say, oh yeah, this is absolutely a breach of contract. Nah, it was all narratives and talking points that the man was bringing to the table, trying to present it to a judge and get a lawyer involved and all that shit. And it was just pretty ridiculous. It was cringeworthy reading it. It was very cringeworthy. Like, champ. Ooh, champ. I don't know if you can win that in court. But he makes all of these moves and concessions to show the PBC, I have no more ties to Bob Arum. I have no more ties to him. Let's get this fight underway, man, so we can give the people what they want. And this is a fight that's a necessity for both of our careers and our legacy. Let's get into this. So there is, it's purse business. And my biggest takeaway from it is this, man. The PBC and their constituents and their undying supporters have really, they've gotten to the mindset of Spence is this cash cow. It did, like, just remember, what was that, last year or so, or when he came back and fought Danny Garcia? Was that 2020? I think it was 2020, November 2020, when he came back and fought Danny Garcia. He ended up outselling Canelo Alvarez. Just like I'm like, yo, this is just the most ridiculous talking point that, like, nobody cares to really break down and unpack the situation as it happens, man. So because he said outside, mind you, they're in a pandemic. Spence had an entire he had an ample amount of time to promote the fight. On top of having a training camp, there was nothing stopping him from, having enough time to promote the fight and have proper time to train for the fight. Canelo was fresh out of a case with Oscar De La Hoya going into that fight with Callum Smith, and he only had maybe a month or so to promote the fight after it was announced. But once again, both of them are in both of these fights happened during the pandemic. But when that happens, all right, my nigga, you gotta get over. When that happens, Canelo doesn't, it's capacity on both. It was capacity on both of the amount of seating that was available for the fights in both fights. But Spence had a slightly higher gate, and niggas just ran with that. And they was literally trying to deem this man the new cash cow of the sport and the face of the sport. And I'm like, y'all, that is the most vague and pulling straw man argument I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, y'all gotta stop, man. Like, y'all sound ridiculous. That's what it really boils down to, the ridiculousness in y'all and how y'all sound. We're trying to convey these points. It's like, yo, man, just sit back and really think about what it is you're saying before you say it. So this is just the mindset of his fans that, you know, this is the mindset of his fans. So now you fast forward 2 years down the line. And we're arguing. The whole entire fight is about purse splits. Like, a lot of this shit has to do with who's getting the higher purse. And my thing is this: if you are a cash cow, you will not give you the purse split. Is not. It's a non-factor, because whatever it is that man is at, you can't be asking for no 40 and 50 mil. No, that's not what he's asking for. But you got to think what Canelo was able to do for Caleb Plant. Got that man 10 M's on top of whatever he made after the fight. You know, I don't know what the pay-per-view upsides and live gates. I don't know that aspect of the game. But look at what he was able to do for Caleb Plant. Look at what Anthony Joshua was able to do for motherfucking Usyk, 75 M's. Those are cash cows. Spence is a cash cow, and you can't get this man 10 M's? Oh, damn. Shit. You can't get this man 10 M's. But you're a cash cow. You're the face of the sport. But you can't get this man 10 M's. I just want y'all to really unpack how ridiculous that is, man. You can't get him 10 M's. Now, once again, because Bud is to blame for all of this shit. And even now, he's still being blamed, because all right, cool, just give me 35% of the, I don't give a fuck, man. Let's just get this fight over the line. Just let me see what it is that let me see the money. Let me see where the money is at. So now he's holding up the bid, because now it's not enough that he's getting 35% of the, so this is what I'm like, yo, just what the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck is this shit, my nigga? I'm getting 35% of the pot. Just, all right, cool, let me see the books, my nigga. Like, that's all I want. Just let me see the books. I think that's fair. Put it in the contract, yo. You can, whatever it is that you see in this book, you cannot speak on it, otherwise you will be sued. Put that in your contract. Y'all are playing so many games to stop this fight from happening. It is sickening. It is sickening. Sickening. 35%. Mind you, what type of pound for pound, as accomplished as Bud is, the fact that he would even agree to some shit like that shows you how bad he wants to get this fight over the line. How dare any fucking body, how dare anybody justify this man getting 35% of the pot? 35% as a champion, dog. As a former pound for pound kingpin, as a former undisputed welterweight, junior welterweight champion, Ring Magazine lineal champion, 3-division world champion. He has all these accolades attached to his name and his resume. But even with all that being said, he still want to, yo, just give me 35% of due. I just want this fight. 35% will do. Just let's get this fight over the line. Just let me see the books. Y'all can't even do that for him. So now, once again, it's his fault. It's his fault. It's his fault. 35%, yo, you holding up the fight. I just want to see the books. You holding up the fight now. Take that 35% and be happy. I don't know if he's even getting pay-per-view upsides or anything from the... He's probably only going to get his guarantee. And you have to think, neither of these dudes, and you know, Bud is our champion. I'm a Nebraska native. Omaha, Nebraska, the north side of the city is where I was raised, where Bud was raised. Black Omaha. I'm born and bred this city. And I'm going to be the first nigga to say, neither one of these dudes are attractions to the point where the masses is going to come out and watch this fight outside of the fucking hardcores. It's not going to be, it's not going to be no extravaganza like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather was. Or like with Canelo and any Canelo fight. It's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that. It's not going to be Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. It's not going to be like that. It's just not. So you got to think of how low, like, this isn't no $100 million fight. You dig? I think that, 20 M's or so could be able to get this fight over the line. Neither one of these dudes are marquee names like that to where they're going to bring in the casuals. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So now you take that into consideration and think about 35% of that. 35% of that. That is fucked up. That is fucked up. That man went out of his way to separate himself from the top rank, from the promoter that would, and y'all know I'm not a fan of Bob Arum, but Bob Arum is a far better promoter than Al Heyman. The top rank stable is a far better stable than the PBC stable. It just sucks that Bud just so happens to be in the division where Al Heyman holds all the cards. So what does he do? Y'all have already done a cross promotion before with Fury and Wilder. There should have been nothing stopping y'all from cross promoting with this fight. Because you got to think, man, top rank is on ESPN. ESPN is the biggest sports broadcaster in the country. You know how many people watch ESPN? Basketball season is about to come back around this month. Football season has started up. You got all the sports shows, whether it's the debate shows, motherfuckers, Sports Center, all of those major shows happen on ESPN. Why wouldn't you want that name consistently flashed across that screen with them two fighting? Not just when First Take is up and all the other shows that come on ESPN. You want that shit being broadcasted on ESPN during when the 30 for 30 things pop off, when those shows come up. You want that fight to be plastered every other commercial break. Why wouldn't you want Top Rank involved with that? It's besides me. Now you're in a position where the blame is falling solely at your feet, but you have these people so duped that you are this second coming of Christ because you're a black man running a stable. They refuse to see the forest through the trees, man. They refuse to see it. They refuse to see that how you're the culprit in all this bullshit. So instead of blaming you, they would blame a Terrence Crawford, a fighter, as accomplished as he is, that's willing to take 35% of a pot that's not even going to be a big money fight just to get the fight over the line. And because he wants to see the books or whatever the case may be, you would block him from doing that and then place blame at his feet as him being the reason as to why the fight is being held up. Y'all got me so fucked up right now. Y'all got me so fucked up right now. I don't even know about the net and the gross and all that shit. I don't know nothing about that. I can't speak to that. I can speak to what it is that I see and how I'm able to unpack the little bit of shit that I see. And that shit is just asinine. Completely fucking asinine, man. It's disgusting how they're doing this, dude. It's disgusting how they're doing this fight. It's no reason why this fight should have been, prolonged for this long. It's no reason for that. This dude has been out of the ring for a year. He's 35 now. I don't think that's going to be too much of, to his detriment. I honestly don't, because we had been seeing wear and tear on him by now. I don't think that's the case. He hasn't taken too much punishment throughout his career. He's only really been hurt twice that I can recall, and that was with Cavaliasquez and Gamboa. And both of them were stopped in brutal fashion. So it's just, I don't think that's to his detriment that he took a year, that he's been inactive, man. Like as far as attrition is concerned, but just cobwebs and knocking off the rust is a different story, man. That's a different ball game, man. I mean, this dude y'all have been completely disrespecting this man for years, man. Y'all not putting this graphic on the broadcast, just completely just downgrade. Oh man, he got to do more. He ain't doing this and that and the third. He ain't a household name. 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. Y'all ran with all of these narratives. Y'all, with any obstacles y'all can throw in that man's way, y'all did that shit. And when he completely just bowed down and accepted, all right, cool, I got to cross the street. All right, it is what it is. All right, cool, I ain't the A side. I bet it is what it is. All right, cool, y'all ain't going to give me half of the pot. All right, it is what it is. I'll take 35%. Way less than half. Less than 40. And y'all can't even... That is outrageous, man. I just can't see how somebody could just... How does that even sit in your soul properly? This fight has lost so much buzz to where the pot that motherfuckers... the money that they was asking for, they could have possibly made if y'all would have made this fight in a timely manner. But y'all wanted to milk it. Y'all wanted to, or y'all just wanted to hopefully he just go away. Or hopefully someone do so good with him and expose some, certain holes in his game to where it'd be, oh yeah, like how Sean Porter did Earl Spence. Now here come Thurman all of a sudden wanting to fight. Y'all didn't do that though. That didn't happen, man. And when that didn't happen, all right, now we got to continue to play the waiting game, man. Musical chairs and all that shit is just the corniest shit in the world, man. And nobody is holding the right motherfuckers accountable for it. This shit is whack, bro. This shit is whack. It's unacceptable. I'm sick and tired of the PBC. I just really need these niggas to go. I do. I need these niggas to go. Get them up out of here. They're holding up progress. And when y'all are just so oblivious to what's going on, y'all don't give a fuck about the sport of boxing. Y'all can care less. Look how y'all move. Everything all refers back to comes back to business. The business a bit. You man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. I'm tired of seeing niggas talking that shit online. All the business is business is business. Niggas is thieves talking about his business. Niggas are still shit. Niggas are still a pay-per-view talking about his business. God, I hate you niggas so fucking much. I really do. I really do. Y'all fucking disgust me, man. Y'all disgust me. Y'all disgust me. And y'all are content with this fight not happening. Y'all are content with the little shenanigans and smoke and mirrors that they run over there on the PBC side of the street, because it just ensues that Earl Spence is more than likely going to be able to protect his oath for the rest of his career. He ain't got to worry about no threats. He's more than likely not going to move up. He's not going to move up. So y'all are comfortable. Y'all find comfort in him not fighting Bud. Y'all find comfort in that. It's a sigh of relief with y'all. Y'all can breathe again. That Tony Braxton song. I promise you that I shall never breathe again. Yeah, that's you niggas, bro. That's y'all. It's the lamest shit in the world, man. And we're really just sitting here disappointed, man. All my people from the city done bought tickets to go and support Spence in November. Which ain't nothing wrong with it if you want to. If you're a Spence, we got plenty of fans up here in the city that think Spence is gonna beat Bud. So let's not jump out the window like, oh man, nah. It's plenty of. I'm consistently arguing with people on Facebook about Bud and Spence. But the motherfuckers that I've seen want Spence versus Bud. That's why they bought them tickets. And now here we are. So man, yeah, I'm at my wit's end with it, man. If it get made, it gets made. If it don't, it don't. I'm just, I'm not nearly as invested with it as I am. When I stop talking about it and going toe to toe with motherfuckers on Facebook, that means I'm over it, and I'm about at that point. Unless somebody says something too stupid where I have to respond, I don't even respond. Yeah, whatever the fuck ever. So I just get the PBC the fuck out of here, man. Get Al Heyman the fuck out of here. Get Spence and his sycophants the fuck out of here. Get all them niggas the fuck out of here, dude. Like, yeah, they gotta go. They gotta go, man. I'm tired of all you niggas, man. Yo, oh my God, man. I hope this fight I hope it happens, but I'm not invested in it like that, man. So that's all I pretty much got to say, man. I'm out here. Deuces.